I'm Imogen Stirling and my first collection, #Hypocrisy, is available to pre-order now. So yeah, it's been interesting. I had no idea how it was gonna go. Like, there are so many horror stories of people just failing at the Fringe, but it all sold out. We got really great reviews. It was fun. We didn't do the full run, which I think might have changed things. But yeah, it was so exciting. Such a cool audience. We is me, well at the time it was me and just one guitarist, Ross Somerville, who is the composer for the show, and we've been together since the start of the journey, so around kind of like March 2018, I think. So we've just brought in another musician, but at the time of the Fringe it was just the two of us, and we were at the Scottish Poetry Library, which was a really beautiful venue. It's been really great, to be honest. I'm kind of waiting for the day where it changes a bit, but so far it's been fantastic. Yeah, Darren was great. I mean, he came to see the show during the Fringe and it's just been like so supportive ever since, so that's been a real kind of confidence boost. But yeah, I mean, we've performed in so many different venues. Like, we started off at music festivals, then went into the Fringe, then went into theatre, then back into poetry, now back into theatre again. So it's been like a really varied audience throughout, but people have loved it. People seem to find it a very moving show. So there's a lot of tears, which is something. I was gonna say good, like they're good tears because they're thought-provoked tears. No, it is like, it's a real conversation starter, and you get a lot of people coming up right after the show to chat, and then you have a lot of people sending emails, you know, like a month later, having reflected on the show. So it's yeah, it's had a great reception. It started off at music festivals, but I mean, it was very kind of like just trialing it out. So that was Latitude Festival in Eden, and then we went to the Fringe. After the Fringe, we transferred to Theatre 503 in London. They were doing a kind of programme called Best of the Fest, so they picked some shows from Edinburgh and took them down there. Then after that, there've been a few sort of like smaller shows in Glasgow. Then we just did the Traverse Theatre in Edinburgh, CCA, here in Glasgow, and that's been a sort of solid bunch so far. And Ross, the musician, is now leaving, so I'm taking a month to kind of work that out and bring some new folk on board. And then we've got a lot of, whoever we now is, have a lot of foreign dates, kind of from March up until May, in the Prague Fringe Festival, and then a run in a theatre in Newcastle. Yeah, so I think there's 3 different stories. There's Helen and Amal, who were a pair that I knew when I lived in the South Side, which was just after I came back from travelling. Doran, who's a big issue seller, well they're all fake names, but I've called him Doran, who also I met in the South Side, and then also a boy called Nicholas, who I met when I was living in the Canary Islands. And I think they were just 3 different stories that really stood out. They were all post-travel kind of friendships that I made, and they were all so that much more pertinent because of the way I started to view kind of race and privilege and the exploitation of that. So their stories were a lot more meaningful to me, and so I chatted with all 3 of them a lot and kind of worked them into the story, because it just gives that kind of personal feel to it. I think people recognise the characters. It's natural to me because I've come from straight music and from musical theatre, so it's always been words paired with music to some extent. But like, it's been so good. It's so much better for my poetry anyway. I think I love it. It really lends to the dynamics of the show. It makes it so much more emotional. It's this really like cool live experience, both like to perform and to watch, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't go back. I absolutely love it. It is #hypocrisy. I've been close to dropping it, but I'm persevering for a little while. Because the problem is that on Facebook you can't use the hashtag in like event names, so every time I publicise it. No, I think I'm keeping the hashtag for now. #hypocrisy is available for pre-order now.